guys. This is just one that can completely change the overall trajectory and direction of the season. If we come into stats here, guys, Russell Wilson, 24 for 29, 192 yards and 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen, 15 for 26, 177 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Javonte Williams, 21 carries for 79 yards. James Cook, 12 carries, 109 yards. He really broke out a couple of nice runs. Leading receiver on the day was Cortland Sutton, 8 receptions for 53 yards. We come over here. Denver dominated the time of possession, 37-21 in comparison to 22-39. 4 turnovers for the Bills. That's now 9 turnovers in 2 games for Denver consecutively. Absolutely huge. 300 total yards for the Denver Broncos, 369 total yards for the Buffalo Bills. Denver had opportunities to pour even more points on the Buffalo Bills, quite frankly, but they just weren't able to execute in some of these situations. They shot themselves in the foot with penalties here. I never even transitioned over to the screen, but they shot themselves in the foot with penalties on multiple occasions. Several of their drives were forced to end in field goals. We think of this first drive right here where they had a bad false start penalty from Mike McGlinchey. They had another false start on this second drive where they punted. The big touchdown here, obviously, excellent play creation. Russell Wilson to Cortland Sutton on the corner of the end zone. That was just a beautiful, beautiful vintage Russell Wilson play right there. And then obviously the well-executed field goal going into halftime. The only real negative drive Denver had for the most part was obviously that fumble drive where Cortland Sutton fumbled it after Russell Wilson put a really, really bad ball on him. It was to the wrong shoulder. Cortland Sutton had to turn upfield and tried to get the first down, and he was unable to do so. And then ultimately, we got the touchdown drive there, a long extended drive coming off of a Buffalo turnover. And so that was a big, big drive for us. We allowed Buffalo to score basically on that last drive, still giving Denver enough time to go and kick the game-winning field goal. And that whole operation was executed to a T. So overall, man, I'm really, really pleased with this victory. There's a lot of stuff to clean up, but that film room session definitely feels a lot better coming off of a win as opposed to coming off of a loss. We did see some frustrating play calling at times, the end around to Marvin Mims. Russell Wilson, I think there's still a fair conversation to be had about potentially moving on from him this offseason, designating him as a post-June 1st cut, which would make the cap hit a little bit easier to stomach. But at the end of the day, man, this is such a feel-good victory for the Denver Broncos, as ugly as it was. We have not been able to win these ugly games the past several years under the past several regimes. This win tells me that we got the coaching hire right, and that was the most important thing of all. Denver Broncos win 24-22.